You are looking live. To address the rumors, yes, I'm in a closet. No more questions. I will not be taking any more questions on that behalf. Welcome in. Paul Knowers University, episode 41. Today is December
8th.
uh 8th.
8th.
December 8th, 2025. It is Monday. It's a Monday night. Um, the college football playoff bracket is set. We just had conference championship weekend. We had rivalry weekend 2 weekends ago. Ohio State finally beats Michigan for the first time in 6 years, or at least it feels that long. Um, Other big things. Notre Dame left out of the playoff. Controversy? We'll ask Connor. Uh, Supposedly some dramatic effect. Daniel?
Dramatic effect because
Dramatic effect.
it's dramatic that Ohio State finally beat Michigan for the first time since November 30th, 2019, the last day that I smiled. Well, here we are. You guys got my reaction. Boom, Ohio State loses. We lose 13-10. We lose 13-10 in the last game that we will play before the college football playoffs. The last time we did that, things ended up pretty good. So 3-0. That's all to mine. Credit to Indiana. They beat our ass. They're really good. I knew they would be really good. Everybody was telling me we're going to beat them by at least 14 plus. I was a little nervous. I had it as a 10-point win. I wasn't confident in that. I was just, I think it would be a hell of a game. I think it's Indiana. And then I think if our offense shows up, I think we're also up there. And I think it could be another great battle. My prediction real quick, and then I'll shut up. I just feel like I haven't been on this podcast in forever. We're going to beat Texas A&M. Then we're going to beat Georgia.
You're burying the lead. We haven't even done the bracket yet.
And then we're beating Georgia, and then we're rematching with Indiana in Miami, Florida. And Jeremiah Smith is from there, and he's going home.
So if they make it there, that would be home for him.
All right, go ahead, AJ. Sorry. Dramatic effect.
Danny gives his full playoff preview already, even though we haven't even talked about the bracket.
That was just Ohio State's run.
That gives away. You're giving away the story. You're saying Katniss Everdeen lives through the end of the Hunger Games already. We haven't even looked at the title.
I don't even know what Stranger Things is.
I didn't. Okay. Besides the point. The biggest controversy going into the weekend was how Miami was still ranked behind Notre Dame, and Alabama was on the cusps of missing the playoff, and BYU was in, and now they're out, and then the ACC doomsday of not getting any team in. And the question is, my question for both of you, do we think the committee was forced in to putting Miami in because they had no ACC representation, because 8-5 Duke wins the ACC, and their only shot was to put Miami in? Thoughts? Connor, I'll start with you as a Notre Dame fan. Do you agree with the decision to put in the Miami Hurricanes over the Fighting Irish? You have the floor.
Father, forgive the CFP committee, for they know not what they do.
I can go.
Danny, go ahead.
So, I think head-to-head matters. I think it matters. With that said, I think they treated that Miami, because I'll just say this. I think the two teams that should have been in between BYU, Alabama, Notre Dame, and Miami, I think it should have been Notre Dame and Alabama. With that said, they put so much pressure on a game that was in August, which matters. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. And if Miami's second loss was to like a top 20 Florida State or something like most years, then 100% Miami has the head-to-head over Notre Dame. If that's what it came down to, Miami should be in. But their two of their losses came to teams that are not ranked. Two of Notre Dame's losses came to playoff teams. I don't know why the head-to-head was.
Hey, Danny. Hey, Danny, one of those playoff teams is the team you're arguing against.
I know. I'm saying they shouldn't be in though. Miami, I get it. They beat them, and that's got to matter. But their 2 losses were not the same.
The resumes are one spot different. The strength of schedule is one spot different. The rankings was one spot different.
Look at the-
When it
the
comes down to
losses.
this close and you're playing this minimal, you have to fall back to if they play it, and they did.
Back-to-back years, Ohio State was left out. Not because of the wins, not because of their strength of schedule. It was strictly because of their loss to Iowa and their loss to Purdue in 2017.
Danny, that's a 4-team playoff. That is a 4-team playoff. It's a different era.
They did it, but that's how they should rank it.
Based off losses? If you're basing it off of losses,
Notre Dame got screwed.
they did not get screwed. Guess what? Win the game.
But there's a but. I have a but. This would all be solved if Notre Dame joined the conference and had a conference championship to play in.
See, no,
Or-
that's where I stop you.
Hear me out.
This is
Win the game in August.
No, this is the committee's way of forcing Notre Dame to join a conference.
Yes.
Guess what? The last 2 years of it being the 12-team playoff, they've been in it, close to being in it.
This is
They've had 1 year. This is year 2.
2 years ago, Michigan won it cheating.
Whatever. Anyways, I think Alabama. Wait, AJ, let me ask you. What happened to Ohio State when they lost in the conference championship game?
Indiana was a very good team. I think
No.
they were the first team.
No. What did the ranking? Where did they go in the rankings?
Ohio State, they didn't move.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. They moved down a spot.
Oh, sorry. They went down 1 spot because Indiana beat them and they flopped them.
Yes. What happened to BYU in the rankings?
I know where he's going with this.
They dropped.
What happened to Alabama?
They stayed the same.
Why?
Because they went 1-1 against Georgia.
They beat the team they lost to.
Against Tech.
Yeah.
I don't think not moving Bama was I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Go look at their resume, their wins, and who they lost to. There's no debate. Alabama.
A 5-7 Florida State team.
If you're arguing week 1 doesn't matter, you're saying week 1 doesn't matter.
No, we are not saying it doesn't matter. What we are saying is that it's not the end of the world. It's not the solved human hunger.
When it's a head-to-head, it is.
No, it's not. Not when the other things don't line up.
Danny, when the other things line up, they had the same resume, the same strength of record.
Not the same.
The resume says it was.
Well, I know that they put a special number right by the team's name. If they're really good, they'll give them a number 25 through 1. If they're not
Okay, so a number, the top 12 team, the preseason top 12 South Carolina team was a great win. That was a great win for Alabama, huh?
Yes. Let the big boy talk. When they're not having a number, that means it's a bad loss. Miami's both losses, both were unranked. Both.
Those weren't bad losses. Those were not bad losses.
Toledo, and I don't even know who's SMU playing.
Danny, they were a top 15 team when they played, were they not?
Dude, that doesn't what you were at the end.
You just said the number.
Florida State was top 10. Florida State was top 10.
Oh my Lord.
When they
Oh,
played.
wow.
Does that mean Florida State
Danny, I thought you were smarter than this as a college football fan, man. You gotta honor the head-to-head.
The first 2 weeks they were ranked.
You gotta honor the head-to-head, and they did, and I'm glad they did. Because if Notre Dame got in over Miami after they beat them, why schedule the game? Why play it? Go play your cupcake games.
I think the 2 big takeaways to this is you got to value the bad losses, 1. And 2, Notre Dame's got to join a conference because this would have been the best year to have that conference championship.
They don't even have to anymore. The committee, they already guaranteed that if they're top 12 next year in the playoff, they get a spot. That was a report that came out today by Yahoo Sports. Do you see that?
No, wait, what?
If they're in the top 12 starting next year, apparently, suppose the AD, college AD, Connor just joined the studio again, Notre Dame gets a spot in the playoff.
Hi, Connor.
He's back.
Must have been bugging out or something.
My computer was lagging like crazy, so I switched over to my phone.
If you look it up, Ross Stillinger tweeted that the Notre Dame AD has been somehow confirmed that if they're in the top 12 next year, they get a spot in the playoffs next year.
They got
Which is so stupid.
Away. I'm not saying take the group of 5 out of the playoffs. I'm saying take the bid out. If you are top 12, like this year, USF had a perfect schedule where they could have made the playoffs straight up. And they beat Florida. If they would have went on the road and beat Miami, which they didn't, but if they would have beat them and then handled their business in their conference, they would be a top 12 team and they would be in. But this isn't invite central. This isn't invite to the dance. Your Cinderella gets a chance. This is not. This is football. Grown men. Oakland beat Kentucky years ago because they lit it up. They shot 80% from 3. In football, you can't do that. If I played my little nephew in football out in the front yard, I will win that game 100 times out of 100 because I would physically dominate that little shit. I would pin my face or my hand in his fucking face.
Your face to face?
This is the same thing with group of 5. If you don't have the Jimmies and Joes, it doesn't matter about the X's and O's.
So I feel like,
but if USF would have handled business against Florida, which they did, and then handled business against Miami, and then win your mediocre conference, fuck yeah, you're in. I don't like the bid. I don't like the bids.
I'll be honest with you. I will not be watching the JMU Oregon game. Nor the Ole Miss Tulane game.
I think Ole Miss Tulane is probably the most forgettable. I will be watching it because I watched Penn State and SMU last year. Alton's going to be cool. And I think JMU could have but what I hate is that we're sitting here and we play this whole gauntlet of a football season just to get to the playoffs and for the first round to be like, JMU keep it within 14. Like, I want to be saying who's going to win this team or that team. Like, obviously, you're going to have your favorites, but Oregon versus JMU is not the same as Oregon versus BYU or Oregon versus Notre Dame like it should be.
I will say, thank God they changed the seeding this year because if not, Tulane would have a bye right now.
Yeah.
Imagine that. They'd be where, Texas Tech spot is? No. Ohio State wouldn't have the bye. They'd be playing in the Orange Bowl with a bye. Tulane would. Ohio State would be playing James Madison.
That would be a free win, a free round 2 win for whoever won round 1.
It would be Ohio State.
Just like Boise State last year.
Ohio State's path to the championship would have been James Madison and then Tulane. And then whoever's in the Peach Bowl.
Yeah. And then once you get to the Final Four, I mean, there's no. But like,
yeah,
I just hate the cupcake. Like, I feel like this playoff could be so good if they just change that one thing. Like, I mean, now you cut it out of what do we get? 4 first round games. It's 1 on a Friday and 3 on a Saturday.
Yep.
Out of those 4 games, the 7-8 is good most years. I say most years like we have data, but the 7-8 should be good.
8-9.
Or is it 8-9? Okay.
It's 8-9.
Yeah. 8-9 should be good.
7-10.
Ohio State, Tennessee, but I think Ohio State might go down as the best 8 seed ever. But it was Ohio State, Tennessee, which that's a respectable matchup. People were talking about who could win that one. This year, isn't that the Bama, Oklahoma? I mean, it's just awesome. And then A&M's got a game with Miami. The other 2 games, half the first round games are not even worth turning on, like Connor said. I will turn them on, but they're not.
I think Tulane could keep this game.
And what's
that's the exact quote that I'm talking about, though. We're sitting here talking about playoffs, and you're over here debating.
When I mean keep it close, I mean like they have a shot to win this game. They've already seen them once. They're without their head coach.
I don't want them to be having a shot. I want that to be obvious, is what I mean. I want a more competitive. I don't want a playoff win to be one of the biggest upsets of the season.
All of this could have been solved with the ACC. Just having a competent team.
But one of these games would have been solved, but the 5-12 will forever be a stupid blowout because of the group of 5.
I mean, even when you're the 5 seed, though, you kind of earn that anyway. You earn the cupcake win. If you can't beat them, then I don't know. Screw off.
Cupcake win.
Why not?
I'm not saying like 5-12 most years the 5 will win. But
Like
5-12 Oregon, BYU, I would take Oregon. But that's at least up for discussion. Bear Brockmeyer could at least pop off. Who the fuck is James Madison?
a team that took Louisville into the deep waters.
We beat them by 14.
It was closer than that the whole game. You know that.
28-14. Final score.
You scored late.
28-14. And almost sucks.
I don't suck.
We lost to a shitty Dabo.
Dabo's not shitty.
Yes,
You can't say that about Dabo.
Yes,
Dabo's playing the preseason number 2 team in the country in the New Era Pinstripe Bowl, and you're not ready to watch that?
No, I'm ready to watch Penn State.
I'm going to watch that shit out of that. That game's going to be awesome.
Look what I'm
Preseason
saying.
number 3 versus preseason number 2. If you would have told all of us that they're playing in the postseason, we would have been like, oh, yep, this season exactly how it went.
Well, they
That's what exactly we're expecting.
No, it starts with a P, though.
It's the
Pinstripe.
Pinstripe Bowl in the Yankee Stadium.
Can you imagine
What happened?
what happened? Did
What
everybody
happened? James
all
Franklin
the
still
players-
hasn't won anything? No, he's in Virginia now. What? Yeah.
Florida State had a bounce back year, though, right?
Yeah, they just beat Bama.
Oh,
No.
yeah, they're good.
No, actually, they barely made a bowl game because people dropped out. Speaking of dropping out, Notre Dame, after missing the playoff, they're scared of pastries, apparently. That's the breaking news on the scene. They're scared of the Pop-Tarts in the Pop-Tart Bowl. They declined to play the Mormons of BYU in order to do go to a more prestigious bowl game, Danny? What are they playing?
No, they're going to go ahead and start their off season. Yeah.
But you mean like having extra practices because they're warming up for another bowl game, right?
Like the 3 weeks of extra practice that they could have for freshmen? Or
Yeah.
game time that they could have for freshmen?
Or
No,
they're seniors
no.
that want to play one last game before they have to go to the stupid accounting job?
Right.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to stop you.
All right, go ahead, Connor, because I feel like I know where you're going with this, and I feel like I have a
This
rebuttal.
was a player decision as well.
Yeah,
it wasn't
by
just-
captains who are going to the league.
No,
Yes, it was.
no,
AD
it
said
wasn't.
it in the interview.
No.
AD said it in the interview. Chat, go clip the interview. I saw it this morning.
No,
Captains.
it was everybody involved.
No, he asked the captains. He asked 4 captains. He put them all in his office. Go up and pull up the interview. It's all over TikTok.
Well, the captains speak for all the players, so obviously all the
No, but
players.
they're all going to the league.
One thing that's about captains is they're the leaders of your team, and they're probably your best players. The best players are probably going to go to the NFL, especially from Notre Dame. When you have fifth-year seniors that are pouring their blood, sweat, and tears just to make the roster, aka Rudy.
Rudy.
Listen,
What?
buddy, I'm
You're-
going to go
you're
watch
getting-
a
What would
glorified
Rudy do?
spring game and watch all the
What
sophomores
would
and
Rudy do?
freshmen play.
That's what Ohio State 2021 Rose Bowl was. Nobody knew who Marvin Harrison was. Nobody.
Jackson Smith and
It's a Rose
Jigba,
Bowl.
CJ
It's a Rose
Stroud.
Bowl.
It's
That's
the
Rose
Pop-Tart Bowl.
Of course I'm going to go play in the Rose Bowl. Who wants to go play in the Pop-Tart Bowl or the
Me!
PlayStation
Me!
Bowl? No.
It's the only.
$1,000 to play a college football game.
You
They
know how
don't
much?
need the money.
No, I would personally pay. You're telling me those seniors that sweat in 2-a-days that haven't played all game besides 3 snaps against Syracuse when they were up 7-0 don't want to go and put it on the line? Everybody in the world knows it's backups playing. Nobody would care. And guess what, Connor? That would not affect the future of Notre Dame if they went out and they lost to BYU. It would not affect
You know what I
it.
look at these bowl games as now? It's just a slap on the butt by the playoff committee.
It's
Go
a
out there and
football
play a
game.
consolation game.
It's a
I'd rather
football
have
game.
an NIT tournament for NIL money.
What do you think you'd be
football
playing?
game.
This is an NIT tournament.
No, an actual NIT tournament that actually meant something.
To what? To become the 13th team in the country?
Sure.
Good job. That's exactly what you are right now.
No, we're actually 11th.
No, you're behind the 2 group of 5 schools that actually made the playoff.
No,
'Cause they're in a
actually
conference.
Ranked, no,
Connor,
the
Connor,
ranking is 20. And,
Let's get logistical though. You're missing out on 3 weeks of practice for freshmen for next year's team to try and go win it all. You're missing out. What? Okay, then don't win a championship next year because you're unprepared. You
won't be
had
unprepared.
3 3 less weeks. Dude, that's a big deal for freshmen. That's huge.
That's why a bunch of middle of the tier programs are like, man, we're bowl eligible. We got 15 more practices now.
It's a bit
We
like
can use it. We can develop.
Louisville gets to try and figure out if one of these freshmen is going to be able to replace Miller Moss or if they need to go to the transfer portal.
Right. Is CJ Carr, is he a senior?
No, he's a freshman.
You could get him more experience against a great BYU defense. BYU players are going to play their bowl game. I promise you that. Kalani Sitake always has his teams playing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Listen. I understand you not being hyped for a bowl game because you want national. I get that, but it is, and I'm not calling you stupid. It is idiotic to not play in this bowl game. There is no downfall. You lose, your season's over. You win, your season's over. This is only more time with your team.
It's like Ohio State when they missed out on 2023. They played Missouri. We had a lot of guys sit out, but we had Devin Brown play for 3 snaps, and then he gets hurt, and then you get to see what's behind him.
And guess what? Guess what Ryan Day learned because he played that game? Holy fuck, we need Will Howard, or we got to find a Cam Ward or Will Howard. That's when that.
Also, holy cow, you have a great defense.
Yeah. That's when everybody learned about the
Jack
defense.
Sawyer played that game. JTT played that game. Help me out. Who else played that game? Cornerbacks. Did Igmanosin play that game?
No, I think he came the next year. But
freshman last year.
But you had Jermaine Matthews be able to play. Hancock played. He was a big safety or corner in the championship season last year. Like there's so many benefits to bowl games, and yes, it has nothing to do with the season you are currently playing. And I saw that interview. The interview and the biggest takeaway was those captains felt that this team was special and they didn't want to go out with the bowl game. I get that. Don't play. Go to the league. Let your freshmen play, though, because this is the start of next year. 2021 Rose Bowl showed us, hey, Marv, work on him in the offseason. He's about to be a star in 2020.
CJ Stroud, good Lord, he's got an arm.
Yeah, we learned all that. Because Olave and Wilson were like, we're done. Fine.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, the best wide receiver in the NFL right now, 300 receiving yards in the Rose Bowl. That's a record. Not going to be topped. Insane.
Times were different then.
Did 3 years ago?
Yes.
Then
a
2
lot
years ago?
changed in the span of 3 years, Danny.
Connor.
You got NIL.
NIL
was NIL then.
2 years ago.
The expanded playoff was not. But
that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. Teams still are checking out.
You still miss your playoff. That's still what Connor's arguing. You're not going to win a national championship every year. You're just not.
Also,
how you can, though? You can take every opportunity to practice and get better.
Connor, you know how many teams don't win a national championship every year? 135.
Okay, this doesn't come back to winning a national championship. This is going back to competing for one. This is not competing for one. This is playing for the pinch.
You just played 12 games. You just played 12 games competing for one.
Okay, and
your biggest argument
to play a 13th game for a Pop-Tart.
That's what I'm saying. Your biggest argument is that it's not for anything. So this is about winning a natty. Because that's what you would be.
Because then we won't have any of our players for next year, and it's like, no, what?
What do you mean?
Connor, whether you play in that game or not, they're leaving.
I'm about to say, if they sit out that game, they're not going to be back next year.
This is a crazy take, and I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to say it anyways because I'm trying to speak it into existence. Jeremiah Love comes back next year for his last year of eligibility.
Dude,
he's gone.
You got a better.
The best running back in the draft is gone.
Fucking bowl game.
What?
I said you got a better chance of Notre Dame playing in this bowl game.
Is he one of the captains too? Because if so, he voted. He said, "I'm going. I'm going to train." He said, "Screw the 15 extra practices."
This year, those players would play or not play, no matter if there was a game or not. What me and AJ are saying is that these stars that get to play on national television for the last 3 to 5 years, the last 3 to 5 years, depending if they played as a freshman, are saying, "Hey, you know what? We wanted to compete for a championship. We're but I'm not going to go risk my NFL future by playing in some meaningless bowl game." Get it? Go get your money, King.
Let your other teammates play it.
15-year-old that's expected to carry the weight in South Bend next year. He doesn't get a snap. His first snap's going to be next year.
Connor, what am I supposed to do? I have a new Notre Dame jersey I'm ready to wear for a bowl game, and I can't even wear it because they're not in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that?
I found it.
At like Goodwill or something?
No. But besides, how am I going to wear it? They're not even playing the Pop-Tart Bowl. I'd put a Pop-Tart Bowl on that patch. Patch on that bowl.
I want to just say this so you don't think we're dogging on you. I get where you're coming from. 2021, I was mad about playing in the Rose Bowl. 2023, I was mad about playing Missouri. But I understood that team that plays in that bowl game, that's why I don't get worked up that Missouri beat us. It kind of sucks that it's the SEC narrative gets carried, but that's it. There's no part of me that was mad about that game after like an hour. I got it. That wasn't Ohio State at all. But we got to see what we had next year. That's 3 more weeks of practice. You cannot tell me that it means nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't mean nothing. But I get it. There's about 10 programs in college football that if they aren't in the playoff, they don't give a shit about the bowl game, fans-wise. And that's me, that's you, that's Georgia, that's Alabama, all those teams. But that's not to say that these freshmen, you only go in college for 4 years. You want to maximize these. You know why Michigan won it all in 2023? I'm not even going to say the cheating allegations, whatever. I'm saying if they actually did it with integrity, the reason why it might be kind of legitimate is because they all got COVID fifth-year seniors on that offensive line, and they got all those 3 stars to end up playing like 4 and 5 stars. Donovan Edwards was not that good, but behind that line of scrimmage, you could put AJ back there. He'd be getting 200 yards a carry. And that's not even possible.
That's possible.
No, all I'm saying is I hope Texas A&M absolutely destroys Miami.
They won't destroy them, but they will beat them.
You know, this is just they should change it. Oh, I guess it's not. It doesn't have a bowl name. It's just first round of the playoffs. But just change it to We Beat Notre Dame Bowl. That's what it is. If you beat one of these 2 teams, you would have been in.
Still should have been in.
I just disagree with that.
You let a 3-loss Alabama team in.
We're gonna semi-segue.
They only had 3 losses because they played an extra game. If you guys would have played an extra game, you probably would have been in.
They lost to give them their 3rd loss. They beat earlier.
Wait. Also, Vanderbilt was trying to play a 13th game. I heard they reached out to Notre Dame. So they're done with football. They don't want to play any more games.
Yeah, dude.
They're tired of it.
You guys
I didn't know they reached out to Notre Dame. I didn't see that.
They were reaching out to everyone. They were trying to play that thing in Puerto Rico.
They wanted to play a top 50 team. That's all they wanted. They wanted
they didn't play that 13th game because it still got Pavia and the Heisman finalists. So
they said if you would have given me that one more game, but you guys have Jeremiah Love, so I mean,
it would have helped. It would not have hurt.
Agreed.
Did they even do that?
Yeah.
I bet if both schools agreed to it.
If both teams showed up on a field and just start playing their own game, I would have counted it. I would have been like, man, that's an 11th win for Vanderbilt. That's an 11th win for Notre Dame.
CW that they could have a potential play-in game between Vanderbilt and Notre Dame, and everybody would be going to the CW to watch that.
If Notre Dame had a win over Vandy, that boosts their resume. Likewise with Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt could then been like, hey, we beat Miami too. Or we beat Miami and Notre Dame couldn't. That boosts them over both of them.
Oh, no.
I just have a little segue, though, because I think Connor's never going to be able to get off this.
No, I just got one more thing to say.
I get blinded sometimes, too. I think you're going to look back and realize what me and AJ are saying.
No, I understand. I get it. I understand, but it's like...
I get that it sucks and it means nothing.
No,
it does, but
it just sucks because you know you had the potential to possibly win a national championship this year, and you know it goes out like that, and then on top of that, you probably
I'll say this. I think, and I've texted AJ about this throughout the last couple of days. I think that if it was a true 12-team playoff, and it sucks because you guys got snubbed for some invite. Because it's not a 12-team playoff. It's an 11-team with an invite. And, well, really 2 invites this year because of the ACC. But stupid. If it was a legitimate 12-team playoff,
me and AJ were saying, and you're 13, suck it up, do better next year. And the only reason this one stings so bad for Notre Dame is because they were a 12 team. They were top 12.
They're probably a top 7 team right now. But because you're not a conference, you couldn't lock yourself in, and you lost to 2 teams that are right next to you.
Yeah.
That's just
if there was any like hope of joining a conference anytime soon, it's not going to happen now just because of the way that all this went down.
No, if
I'd say this would emphasize joining a conference. I still don't think they will. I'm just saying I think this is the closest it's been to being like, man, if we were even in the MAC right now, we could lock ourselves in easily.
It'll be interesting to see when Michigan goes independent in a couple of years.
Notre Dame was smart. They joined the MAC.
Yeah,
That's a free lock every year. Oh, we just have to beat 9 of these guys every year? Actually, sorry, not the MAC. NIU just beat you guys last year, so it's probably harder.
I was about to say.
I forgot about that. No, join the Sun Belt. It's not like Marshall beat you guys 2 years ago. Oh, wait!
Damn it. You know what? Stay independent.
Yeah, just stay. Yeah.
No, this year won't happen much because most years when they play USC and they play Pitt and they play one of those schools is going to be a worthwhile game. You guys all your opponents just kind of blew after the first 2, so you kind of never.
It's not even their fault because they schedule Arkansas. They schedule Boise State.
I mean,
like you said, they schedule
their schedule. I'm like their schedule 4 or 5 years ago when they made it. I mean, the chance of them
that's what sucks is because you schedule these games 8 years out, 10 years out, some even longer, some even shorter. Ohio State scheduled Alabama like 10 years ago, and they're still 2 years away.
Junior year of high school, they put a 2031, 2032 Georgia matchup in there, home and home. I'm like, we're going to have kids. Probably not the way things are going, but now that we're halfway there, I think we all overestimated our.
I don't know, man. I think we were just kind of like, man, 4 teams. Imagine if they ever expand this thing. And even when they said they were expanding, I was like, I'm not going to get mad over trying to argue for Team 10 or Team 11. It's ridiculous.
Do better.
But we're in a position where 6 or 7. I mean, but something to kind of keep your head up about is
I have
that
a new thing to start screaming about.
I was going to say they're going to expand this playoff anyway. They're going to have 16 or 24 teams eventually anyway, so it's not going to stop no matter how much you want.
You're going to have like the first ever 20-0 team, and they're all going to be too dumb and CTE.
This is what's stupid, because if they do 16, I'm okay with that if they have automatic qualifiers for the conferences. Having it for everyone.
Normal BCS.
You have like Joel Klatt. I'm sure you've already seen his, but he's like 1 and 2 player for the conference championship, and then have 3 versus 6 in your conference. Winner locks the spot. 3 or 4 versus 5. Winner locks the spot up, and then you start filling them in. But
Miami
the point.
And A&M being a local 11 o'clock kickoff, dude.
Yeah, that was stupid.
That's probably the best week 1 or round 1 game.
That or Alabama and Oklahoma.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Miami A&M is gonna do numbers. I think
so too, because they just don't play each other. Like we just saw Alabama, Oklahoma in Tuscaloosa. They just happened. We saw it last year. Oklahoma's 2-0 in those, 2-0 in the last 2 meetings. So they got to win a third one, second this year. And John Materi hasn't played well. Alabama should have probably won that game. They've controlled yards.
Both defenses. What offense messed up more? That's who won that game.
Right. So we'll see. We can go through the complete bracket here. Let me go back to it. All right. The 5 versus 12 matchup, December 20th, 7:30 p.m. on TNT or True TV. 21-point favorites, Oregon, the number 5 seed, hosting James Madison.
That Oregon game is the Friday game?
No, that the Alabama-Oklahoma one is.
It's going to be a good bar game to go watch at a bar.
Yeah. Alabama, number 9, going into Oklahoma to take on the Sooners. December 19th, that Friday night game, 8 p.m. kickoff. Oklahoma is a 1.5-point favorite as of right now, according to ESPN. We'll see if it stays true. A rematch, another rematch. We almost got 3 straight rematches if Notre Dame would have made the playoff. But Tulane playing Ole Miss, the 11 seed taking on the 6 seed, December 20th, a Saturday, 3:30 kickoff on TNT. Ole Miss 17.5-point favorites. The first time they met, it was 45-10. Ole Miss won. So we'll see if John Summerall has one little kind of thing left before he leaves for Florida. It's interesting. I kind of sneakily like Tulane. I think they're playing with their last-ditch effort. It'll be the first game without Lane Kiffin for Ole Miss. We'll see how they do. They might have a chip on their shoulder. And then the last first-round matchup is number 10, Miami, going to College Station and taking on Texas A&M. 12 p.m. kickoff, 11 a.m. local time on that Saturday, ABC. A&M 4-point favorites. Are we surprised by any of the lines so far?
I haven't looked at any of the lines.
They all sound pretty, they make sense, I'll say.
Yeah, I like them all.
And then you have Texas Tech awaiting the winner of Oregon James Madison in the second round. Rose Bowl. This would be interesting. Rather, Oklahoma gets in to the Rose Bowl. This will be their first Rose Bowl appearance since the legendary Baker Mayfield versus Georgia playoff game from 2018, the overtime thriller between the SEC and Big 12 teams at the time. Imagine having an Oklahoma-Indiana Rose Bowl. Like that's just crazy stuff. And Alabama, they're looking to make their first Rose Bowl appearance since 2023, where they also lost in overtime to Michigan. So, a little tidbit there. Indiana, have they ever been to a Rose Bowl?
Indiana?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Are they in it?
Yeah, that's their bowl game is the Rose Bowl because it's the Big Ten's highest Big Ten team.
Probably not, dude. They've sucked forever.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I would be shocked if they've been.
Used to be everything for that program. How they're number 1 in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. And winner of Tulane and Ole Miss will take on Georgia in the Sugar Bowl, the bowl game I was hoping Ohio State would be in. But no. So Georgia would be playing in Louisiana in New Orleans. Danny, did you have something to add?
Yeah, Ohio State getting Texas and probably having to play Texas A&M in Texas after last year in the same bowl game and having to play Texas in Texas.
Winner of Texas A&M Miami will be going to take on Ohio State in the 3rd straight Cotton Bowl for the Buckeyes. They've played in the Cotton Bowl the last 3 seasons now.
Damn, I forgot.
They played Missouri 2 years ago, lost that one, beat Texas a year ago, and then this year they will play rather the ACC in Miami or the SEC at Texas A&M. This will be the first time they've played Miami since, Danny.
I think 2007.
I believe you're correct. Was it the Orange Bowl? Are they playing during the season?
No, they played them like week 3, like
as scheduled. And Texas A&M, have they ever played Texas A&M?
I don't know, but are we glitching
I
now?
think.
Tea time.
Who's glitching?
Showing my phone's vibrating. What's wrong?
Tea time. Phillip Rivers is coming out of retirement.
For the Colts?
Yep.
He hasn't played in a couple of years, I don't think, right?
Nope.
He is not confirmed to be coming out of retirement, Connor. It just said question mark.
Connor be like, Trevor, your coach, Trevor.
Oh, shit.
Connor is the biggest. That's what I thought I saw. I'm pretty sure.
Sometimes I read what I want to read, and I'm just like, oh, that's true. And then I'm like, oh, wait. And I go back and look at it, and I'm like, damn it. Why did I open my mouth?
Connor sees Notre Dame opts out of bowl game. Like, God, we're done with the bowl game. We're in the playoff now.
Does that mean we're in? But no.
You're an asshole.
So the Ohio State Georgia side of the bracket is the semifinal round would be the Fiesta Bowl. That'd be exciting. That'd be the first time Ohio State's been there since
the Fiesta Bowl, 2016, 2015, when we beat Notre Dame.
Nope. Missing the big one. It's a loss.
2019.
2019, the Trevor Lawrence targeting call on a 3rd down. That was a sack that they called targeting. And was it Jordan Fuller?
No, it was Shaun Wade.
Shaun Wade. That's the corner defensive back. They all kind of blend in at a certain point. But
that was racist.
That'd be exciting. I don't know if Georgia's been in a Fiesta Bowl.
Dude, when that came out, I said, watch us have to play Georgia potentially in the freaking Peach Bowl.
Oh, thank God we're not.
I'm
'Cause
glad they
the
got
Peach Bowl side is Indiana, Texas Tech side. Yeah.
I'm just I just want to say I'm just glad this year I can watch without being stressed like I was last year.
Yeah,
So
both.
are you glad you're not in the playoffs?
Neither one of his teams is.
I
Neither
mean-
one of them.
I mean, I guess I can just put on my Ohio State sweatshirt and yeah. The Buckeyes.
Connor, I think the best case scenario for you is for Miami to win the national championship.
No.
Imagine
Yeah.
being like, man, that
No,
was the
I
team
want
we lost out to?
No, I want Miami to literally get their brakes beat in, whether it be A&M, whether
Wouldn't
it be
you want the
Ohio
committee to
State.
be right though? Like
No.
at least they put in the right team.
No,
Why not?
I
What's
want them to be
what's the
wrong.
joy
I
in
want them
watching
to
the
put in
team?
wrong
Well, I
team.
think
want them to put in the wrong
that's
team.
what TCU fans went through when Ohio State won it all when they got snubbed from 3 to 6.
Yeah, I mean, if
At
it's
least look back and be like,
you're
they won't
pissed
open.
off, you're like, it's like the Reds with the playoffs when they got beat by the Dodgers. It's like, damn it. And then Dodgers went on to win the World Series. It's like, man, we lost the World Series champs.
yeah,
You can't be mad at that.
it's respectable.
Yeah. Ohio
No,
State lost to
because-
Georgia in the Peach Bowl 3 years ago.
Hey,
I'm not
last
getting
year-
back into
hey,
it. I'm
last
gonna
year-
get mad again.
Hunter, last year you lost to the champs. It'd be like losing to the champs again. Who
Yeah,
gives
at
a
least we
fuck?
lost the champions. We're second best.
Yeah, you could be.
You could be like, man.
No.
And this, Connor, you could be like, man, if we played Miami or Texas A&M, we'd for sure win.
Nope.
Besides the games that you guys lost, but damn, Notre Dame's last 3 teams they've lost to is in the bottom half of the bracket. That's wild.
Damn.
The last 3 teams
Ohio State
that
A&M.
Notre Dame has lost to are in this side of the bracket: Miami, Texas A&M, and Ohio State.
All right,
And
let's-
the biggest win of the Marcus Freeman era was against Georgia, and they're in this side of the bracket. Would be crazy. You guys could have an easy path to championship if you just would have won one of the 2 games.
I
If
thought we were
Tyler
off this
Buckner
topic
could hold a
already.
snap.
You're making me more mad.
hey, let's go through the playoffs. Go through the bracket.
All right. I'll ask for your predictions. Game 1, Oregon James Madison in Eugene. Connor, and Danny, AJ.
That's game 3.
Unanimous.
That's game 3. Wrong.
I'm reading it just by game number 1 up top left.
First, I got it. First game.
No, we're going to do
Friday.
it like the bracket. That's easier to think.
No.
You're
you
jumping-
gotta
yeah,
go
you
We're
by
not
can't
even
get
in
it
the
wrong.
playoffs. Shut up.
Number 5, Oregon. Number 12, James Madison. Unanimous Oregon, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah, Oregon by 14 plus.
not watching.
So Oregon moving on to Texas Tech. Next
Watching
game,
that
Alabama.
1 quarter just to hear the crowd. That's got to be a cool environment.
I mean, are we ridiculous? It's a college football playoff game. We're gonna watch them all. We're not. may not watch
I'm
the
watching
thing.
them all. I'm saying I'm locked
Right.
into that. And
Right.
wait, is that a night game kickoff?
Yes,
Yes,
that's
7:30.
7:30.
But out there, it's gonna be 4:30. So the first quarter's gonna be bright.
No, it's not. It'll be dark.
4:30 is kind of dark, right?
It's December, Danny. Daylight savings. Fall back.
I don't
Besides
think
the point,
that's daylight savings.
the closest matchup based off of number rankings: number 9, Alabama; number 8, Oklahoma. Friday night on ABC. Who you taking, Connor? I'll start with you.
I'm gonna go with Boomer Sooner here.
All right, Connor has Oklahoma advancing to Indiana. Danny.
Neutral site, I'd take Bama 24-21. At Oklahoma, I'd take Oklahoma 24-17.
Interesting. I'll take Alabama in the rematch. I think they kind of screwed themselves out of the first game. I think they don't let it happen here. I think Alabama goes to the Rose Bowl. Moving on, Tulane at Ole Miss. Connor,
Snooze fest. Ole Miss.
in a route, you think they cover 17.5?
Yes.
Danny, do you agree?
Yeah, in a route. I think Lane Kiffin stuff gets blown out of proportion. And I think the players lock in.
You think that's the last thing on these players' mind right now? That
Yeah.
they lost their head coach?
Actually, I don't think it's the last thing on their mind. What I
think they want to prove that they don't need him.
Yeah.
I'll also take Ole Miss, but I'll take Tulane to cover the 17.5. I think they could lose by 17 and be fine.
I think Ole Miss win this by 18 plus.
Miami taking on Texas A&M and College Station. Connor, the Notre Dame Winners Bowl.
For the record, we lost by 1 point to A&M and 3 points to Miami.
For the record, you lost, so the record would be 0-2.
Anyways, A&M by 1 million.
All right, Daniel.
Both quarterbacks throw for over 330 yards. I got A&M 38-31.
I have Miami.
I think that game is gonna do I think that will be the best first round game in the first 2 years. I think that'll be the first round game where we're like, oh my.
I don't think any of the first round games last year were within one score, were they?
That's what I'm saying. There hasn't been a good one yet.
Well, last year the seeds are messed up, but still crazy.
I hate how that game's at noon.
Yeah, it should be the night game. I don't know why it's not.
I know, and I worked that whole weekend.
That stinks.
I might take off.
All right. Well,
Saturday.
So, Connor,
I might take off.
we all have Oregon and Texas Tech in the first round of the quarterfinals in that Capital One Orange Bowl, 12 p.m. kickoff on New Year's Day. Oregon or Texas Tech, Connor?
I'm going to take Texas Tech by 3. Last minute field goal. I think Texas Tech changes the narrative around that first round buys will not lose this year.
Who do they get?
Texas Tech is playing Oregon, according to you.
Oh, yeah. I'm actually damn it, that defense is so good.
This is a great game. Texas Tech hasn't really been challenged by anyone yet. Their best game.
I'm going to take Tech because I think Moore throws 2 picks. I don't trust him that much as a gunslinger.
I think Oregon has the best path to get to the semifinals out of anyone, so I'll take Oregon. I think they have the tune-up game like Ohio State did last year with Tennessee. I think they have with James Madison. They'll have Texas Tech would have 3 weeks of rest compared to Oregon just now playing. It's a tune-up game. I like them in Miami. Give me the Ducks. I think the Ducks can make it to the Peach Bowl. So, Danny and Connor, you both said Oklahoma, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oklahoma taking on Indiana in the Rose Bowl. 4 p.m. kickoff on New Year's Day. Connor.
Battle of the Reds. Give me. Oh, both. It's gonna be Oklahoma and Indiana. I just now put 2 and 2 3 and 3 together. Actually, Oklahoma's red, Indiana's red, playing in the Rose Bowl. Roses are red.
Point.
That'll be a good game too.
We'll come back to you. Go to
No, I got it. Give me the Hoosiers. The Hoosiers are playing with a lot of fire right now.
All right. Daniel.
24-13 Oklahoma against that. They already don't have a good offense. Against that Indiana front seven, they definitely won't.
Mine matchup would be Indiana and Alabama. I also take IU. I think it's a pretty good matchup for them. Alabama's looked sloppy the last few weeks. I think they'll be able to get redemption over Oklahoma to get here, but not enough firepower to beat Indiana's very solid and well-coached defense.
You're saying Indiana won't have enough firepower.
No, I didn't.
Alabama won't have enough firepower to beat Indiana. Imagine this conversation August 1st, 2024.
Not crazy.
So wild.
It is insane. Insane what they've done. All right. All of us had Ole Miss playing Georgia in the All-State Sugar Bowl. First matchup ever, I think, in the Sugar Bowl, where it'd be SEC. Connor.
Bulldogs. I'm assuming they'll probably be favored, so give me Georgia. by like 2 touchdowns.
Ole Miss. Poor old Ole Miss. They lost their coach. They've already lost to Georgia. Give me the Rebels as the first true Cinderella as they beat Georgia in the game of the century, 48-45. That offense.
48-45, huh?
48-45.
Huh.
The first matchup, Ole Miss did whatever they wanted for the first 3 quarters. And I think Georgia's had games against Tennessee where you're like, this team good. And then they've had games where they've proven their dominance and dominated. So I don't know if they show up. So,
Can you note second straight Sugar Bowl loss that would happen to be for Georgia, losing to Notre Dame a year ago with Gunnar Stockton as the quarterback. This year they got Gunnar Stockton as the starting quarterback, and I think they will take down Ole Miss. I think Georgia's peaking at the right time. I think they look like one of the top 2 best teams in the country right now. So we'll see. Let's see. Did you guys both have A&M advancing to take on Ohio
Yes.
State?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Ohio State and Texas A&M in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl, Connor. In Texas.
You guys are probably going to hate me for this, but I'm taking A&M. It's just I don't know.
Give me a score.
I want to take Ohio State.
Give me a score.
2 points by 2 points.
No, give me a score. Not a point margin.
The most points Ohio State's given up all year so far has been 16 to Illinois.
Illinois best.
22 to 18.
That's 4, you dumb fuck. That's
Oh.
why I'm not going to. I'm going to take
22 to 20.
Ohio State.
22 to 20.
No, you don't know math. Ohio State 24.
22 to 20. Fielding
Danny,
misses
what'd
a
you
field goal. Or an extra point. I'm sorry.
How does Texas A&M get 22?
There's a safety in the mix.
Interesting. Yeah, it's
And
trouble
they
with
missed an
snap.
extra. Listen, I would
You
take
can
Ohio
get 20
State.
without
I
missing
would
an
take
extra point.
Ohio State, but the play calling in the Big Ten Championship was questionable. You have probably the best wide receiver core ever in college football, and you don't throw the ball to Jeremiah Smith.
They tried. Indiana's defense was that good.
There's
There's no holes.
But I will say they were giving a little too much cuteness with Jeremiah. Put him deep. He caught so many balls within a yard of the line of scrimmage. And
They wanted to take their shots. Indiana did a great job getting pass rush when there was chances, and Saint didn't have enough time. There was times where they had zone coverage and no one was open. They showed it. They had it. The biggest one I could remember seeing is Brandon Ennis streaking down the post, down the middle of the field.
Oh, what?
Wide
Now
open.
stop
And
singing right when I try and fucking record. God, now I look like an idiot.
Saint had Ennis on a post or like a deep cross down the middle of the field and he didn't see him or didn't have enough time to throw it to him.
I think I worry about this, but I think Sayin might have some happy feet.
Do you think?
I mean, it was his first time he saw a defense that's just as good as his own.
I know, because what was the game that he felt? There was one kind of recent. I think it might have. What's the game he got gimped up and kind of hurt his ankle a little bit? I don't know,
UCLA.
but yeah, UCLA. There was like 2 possessions in a row where he'd be making throws off his back foot, and
I'll be
Well,
honest
he didn't
with you.
have Carnell Tate or Smith in the second half of that
know.
game, right?
I'm just saying he has. I've seen bits and pieces of happy feet, and that scares me.
Danny or Connor?
I think it's and this isn't Ohio State's fault. It's like, like we said earlier, you schedule these games like way ahead of schedule, and what where was I going with this? I think it's the lack of big games. I think he's kind of nervous still. He like at the beginning of games and stuff, and he gets settled in too late. And when you get a team like Indiana that puts, I'm not quoting Dave, but it's the right word. If you get the team that puts enough pressure on you and they keep it the entire game, you're kind of.
I'm gonna rebuttal, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't know if it's pressure, but I think Indiana's front seven was just monsters, and then their corners held up. If your front seven's that good, your corners only got to cover for 3 seconds.
Right.
So
Plus,
that's long balls that you want Jeremiah to run take 3 to 4 seconds.
And I'll say that's the first time since Texas he's really had to do something like that. Like no defense has been that good. Like where they match up.
I will say he put together some throws on that last drive where Fielding just decided to shank it. I mean,
he got him twice.
He got down there twice, yeah. So I'm not, yeah. You know what? Ohio State back to back.
As if you were ever off that point, but
that's fair.
I had Miami playing Ohio State in this scenario. I think Miami's too tough for us. I think Miami upsets Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl, and they keep on their Cinderella story and they keep on to their magic run. I think Carson Beck, he's experienced. He's probably the most experienced quarterback in this playoff. So yeah, give me Carson Beck to upset the Buckeyes.
If there is a year that Louisville beats Miami in Miami, and then Miami beats Ohio State on an
you can claim that as a Louisville win right there.
I don't want Louisville to win in that scenario.
But I'll take the Cavender X Carson Beck to go beat the Buckeyes in the Cotton Bowl. Cotton Bowl, I think Ohio State's bored with the Cotton Bowl. I think they're like, just get us out of here. We don't care if we win or not.
AJ, Carson Beck is up and down, right? He has his weeks.
Yeah, depends how hot the chicks are when he's playing.
But so you're saying he's going to put together back-to-back games where he balls out?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Because this is setting up my Hall of Fame scenario of Miami versus Georgia in the Fiesta Bowl. So Carson Beck can play Gunnar Stockton and the team that replaced him and the guy that replaced him in the Fiesta Bowl, where I think Georgia mollywops Miami to get to a national championship game yet again. But in your guys' scenario, it would be Ohio State taking on Ole Miss for Danny. And I'm assuming you have the Buckeyes advancing.
Yeah, like 31-7. Ole Miss runs out of steam.
Connor has Texas A&M taking on Georgia.
Georgia, the dogs are hot.
So Connor has Georgia. I have Georgia. Danny, Ohio State out of the bottom half of the bracket. And then we go up to the top. You guys both had the Hoosiers, correct?
Yeah.
Taking on, either Oregon or Texas Tech. I don't remember who you guys said.
I said Tech.
I said Tech too.
Indiana versus Texas Tech in your guys' bracket.
I'm going with Tech. I think this is the battle of almost identical teams, and I think Indiana does what Texas Tech does a tad better. It's Indiana.
Put together
Indiana
through the portal and NIL.
Yeah, they're literally the same team. Great defense.
The 2025 college football as programs. That's what they represent.
Yeah.
Connor?
I'm with Danny. I think
Texas Tech. By 10.
I think this will be a good matchup, so I think it'll be close. So
21-11.
Huh?
So 21-11.
Oh, okay. But I'm thinking it's probably going to be a 24-21 Texas Tech win.
Oh, wow.
My matchup was Indiana and Oregon. I'll take Oregon in the rematch to get back to a national championship, their first one since 2014, where they thought they were supposed to go last year with how great they played. then they're into a buzzsaw in Ohio State. But I like Oregon getting to the national championship to take on Georgia. Dan Lanning, Kirby Smart for a national championship,
Wow.
where I am taking the Oregon Ducks to win the national championship. Dante Moore, I think they're peaked at the right time. They know what's wrong. They know how to fix it. They have a probable path to get to the championship, and I think they'll be able to win it if they get there. Danny, Ohio State, Texas Tech.
That's my championship?
Yes.
Wow. Absolute cinema. I don't even know what I do. I just do it. Buckeyes 31-13. It's a fucking wrap.
Connor, you had Georgia taking on Texas Tech.
Number 10. That would be crazy.
Give me Tech. Tech to win it. My cousin's in the band for Texas Tech.
That guy. I should have led off with that in the first matchup.
So, yeah. I'm going to take Tech.
Crabtree, goals free, and touchdown Red Raiders.
Yep.
Connor, I just want to ask, do you know Texas Tech's quarterback's name?
No, I do not, and I don't really care.
All right. I'm just asking.
Is that like Sorton or something?
Baron Morton.
Sorton Morton.
All I know is that he hit the crossbar for $250,000.
Hey,
That was not him. That was not him.
It wasn't?
Hey,
That was Jacob Rodriguez. That's the linebacker.
Oh.
his wife is like a Navy SEAL or some shit.
Blackhawk
she
helicopter
has a
pilot.
Black Hawk.
Blackhawk helicopter pilot. Connor, I think you really like a Jacob Rodriguez if you saw stories on him. He has a big mustache. He should be a Heisman finalist, but he's not. I'm surprised
AJ
he's
with
not.
Ole Miss pants. 2020.
Yep, I'm repping the two teams that Danny predicted to get to the Fiesta Bowl.
Hey,
A lot of people have worn those pants.
AJ,
A lot of people.
now that our brackets are out, I would love to pick your brain. Oregon?
Yeah, Oregon. Yeah. What's the problem?
I see how they get there. I'm with you on how they get
I
there.
think they build momentum. They just
Right.
wind up getting there.
What I'm not with you is that they're able to beat Georgia.
We've seen Georgia have off games. They should have lost probably to.
Dante
They should have lost Ole Miss.
Oregon's just not good enough.
I saw some throws against Iowa that they made. I saw some plays against Indiana. He did have early in that game and then fell apart late in the game.
I don't.
He made throws against USC that
I'm with
NFL
you
throws.
a little bit, right? You beat a shitty James Madison, then you beat a Tech that doesn't have the best offense in the world. I'm with you there. You got me. And then what? That gets them to what? The Final Four?
Indiana.
If they are somehow able to pull off a miracle and beat Indiana, I don't think they pull off a miracle and beat Georgia.
See, that's not a miracle though.
They got dominated that first game.
And that's what's great about having a second game. You know what you did wrong the first time. It's like Georgia beating Alabama again. They got dominated in that game.
I mean,
But besides the point, I have Oregon. Danny has Ohio State. Connor takes Texas Tech. 3 different ones. I'm sure Trevor will probably take James
guess
Madison
what?
or
Guess
Tulane
what?
or Miami.
we're all going to be wrong because Indiana's going to win it all.
Yeah, imagine that happens. I don't
That's
know
what
how I'd feel.
No, I think Alabama's going to win it all because the committee's going to fix it to where they win.
Connor, go ahead and leave the chat, bro.
I never was in the chat.
That's the problem.
And you're still not a bowl game.
Nope.
Imagine
He's
not
not
being
in the
bowl
chat,
eligible.
not in the bowl game.
Imagine not going. No, imagine being bowl ineligible at 10-2. Only Notre Dame.
No, they just declined it. They're not the only team that's declined this year.
At 10-2?
They're the only 10-2 team, too.
How many 10-2 teams have ever declined the bowl invite?
Go finish the season.
Yeah. Yep.
Proving a point. That's all they're trying to do.
You're not
What
proving
point? No one's gonna miss them. They're just calling them up pussies.
AJ, he is proving a point. He's saying "fuck you" to the freshmen. I forgot.
And
No,
the
I
fifth
hate
year,
you guys.
and the
No.
fifth-year seniors, and the fifth-year seniors.
I'm not saying fuck you. I'm saying fuck
No,
you.
yeah, you
to
are.
ESPN.
You voted for this.
I
What did
didn't vote for
ESPN
this.
do?
ESPN just wants the ratings.
ESPN does not give a fucking shit that Notre Dame opted out. They don't care.
Yeah,
You
because
know
all
who
they care
does?
about is Alabama getting in because they're part of the E SEC.
Alabama deserved to get in. They had the
No, they
resume
didn't.
and
No,
the
they
wins to do that.
didn't. No, they
Yes, they
didn't.
did. They
No, they
beat
didn't.
five straight.
No, they
They
didn't.
beat
They were-
5 straight ranked teams to do that.
They were a 2-loss team, Connor.
Okay, but never mind.
Okay, what's more
loss was-
impressive? What's more impressive? Beating Missouri, Georgia. Help me out, Danny. Who else they'd beat?
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. They beat Tennessee. Do you think that's more impressive than beating Stanford, Syracuse, Boston College, Navy? What's more impressive? You tell
you
me.
guys should
Pitt.
have beat.
You're
You
forgetting
guys
Pitt.
should not
Pitt
have
was a
beat
top
Syracuse.
25
They gave
team.
that game up.
Pitt doesn't even match Vanderbilt, Tennessee, or
Yeah,
Georgia.
yeah.
Pitt was
That doesn't even
ranked
come
at the time.
close. Doesn't even come
At the time,
close.
doesn't matter. It's the resume at the end of the season.
Okay, and what's least impressive about Alabama? They lost to a 5-7 Florida State team,
In week
and
one.
they struggled with
and that's
Auburn.
their one flaw.
Guess what? From that point on, they kept winning.
They struggled with Auburn too.
That's a rivalry game. Give me a
Yeah,
break.
you got to throw the rivalries out.
You
I
don't-
will say it's crazy the committee saying like, oh, they were up 17 points on a rival in Auburn, and then they just looked great in that game. It's like, well, not really true, but
Can we talk about how the committee had 18 TVs and have one game on? What are we
yeah.
doing?
And then they went back and they're like, let's watch Miami Notre Dame again. We haven't watched that game in a while.
Yeah, we forgot.
Oh, they played? Oh,
You know
why didn't
what I
you tell
will
us?
say though? And
I will.
something
I
that's-
forgot to say this earlier. I will say it's frustrating as a Notre Dame fan to be ranked ahead of Miami. All like after they lost to those two teams or whatever, be ranked ahead of them, and then when it comes down to the nitty gritty, they jump us.
they
Which I
said,
get. The head. The
they
head
said
to
it
head.
was the BYU game though.
So, if they wouldn't have had any rankings until they released them, you'd be okay with it?
Yes.
Yeah, more okay.
That's your only
I
gripe
would be
is that
fine with going by AP poll rankings and coaches poll rankings
Until
until the end of the season.
until yesterday. I kind of agree.
But yeah, you're still upset because head to head?
I'm not. I get the head to head. I completely get it.
So you agree you should have not been in?
Yes, I agree. It's fine, but
Okay,
I
that's
don't
all.
agree.
Okay.
I don't agree with Alabama not moving when BYU drops and Ohio State drops a spot.
Okay, Ohio State dropped one spot because they played a team that they were
That
in
was behind them. Yeah.
Number one.
I get that.
No, no,
I get
I'm
that.
just-
I understand.
And then BYU lost to a team that they got blown out by 2 times that they've played. Alabama lost to a team that they already beat on the road.
Yep.
That's why they didn't lose. It was just kind of a bing bang.
Yeah, but I
And
still.
then with the ACC mess up, that completely takes Virginia out. So now they're not going to, because Virginia was going to pop all the way up there. That takes them out. And then with BYU losing, that plummets. So that's what Bama would have moved if a bunch of other things didn't happen.
I'll
think
say,
I'm
I think if Virginia wins, Notre Dame's in the playoff.
That's what I was getting ready to ask you. If Virginia would have won that game, do you think Notre Dame would have been in?
I do.
What do you mean?
I think they would have had an ACC team in. They wouldn't have to feel the need to put an ACC team in.
Oh, yeah, because Virginia would have been but then it would have just came down to Miami or Notre Dame again, and you think they would have?
I think they would have been like, oh, we just think Notre Dame's a better team, and they put them in.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I
But-
disagree, but I get it.
I also think ESPN or not ESPN. Sorry, the committee just put Miami in to avoid all controversy because then the head-to-head wouldn't have mattered at all.
Right, then you're just saying, okay, then don't schedule that game if you're Miami.
Right.
I think they had to honor it, and they did. And I'm happy with it. And we've been on this topic for probably too long. So if you guys have nothing else, let's wrap it up.
I'm good. Danny, you good?
No. I got forced into work tomorrow, so kind of sad about that. I did put a Christmas tree up though. How's everybody's personal lives going? The chat's eager to hear about that. Everybody doing good?
Everyone's good. Everyone's good. I'll be home this weekend.
I just want to make a note.
Man.
I love my friends, and both of these men will be at my wedding. So when one of them is struggling, I like to say something. AJ, you're in the closet, buddy.
I'm in a closet, yeah. I like my closet.
This is all he could afford in Columbus.
Did you make
Yeah. Times are tough. I mean,
yeah.
this costs $2,000.
You think he's in the closet at his apartment? No, that's his apartment.
This is my apartment. I have a microwave net. I have a hot plate up in the top right of my shelves. My bathroom is a cup. My Joe Burrow cup right here. That's my bathroom.
Number 2 is a bush outside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
had to leave Remy out in the truck.
I have a
Oh.
super.
Hopefully you bring him inside at night.
No, nope. He keeps the. I gotta have someone in the carpool lane.
Look at that, Connor. Pacific team mascot.
All right. Well, that'll do it for us.
Nice.
That was episode 41, college football playoff predictions.
There you go.
We're
We
still
gotta
not
get
on the
back
podcast.
Right. We gotta start doing Monday shows.
Yeah. It's so hot in this closet. I need to open the door. I've been AJ. That's Connor. That's Daniel Corbett. Have a great Monday night. Have a great Tuesday. Have a great rest of the week. We'll see you guys later.
Hemorrhoids!